Alright, this video is about solving one-step equations and how to show appropriate work. If you're going to receive credit for working these problems, you cannot just give me an answer, you must show me work. So here's kind of what I would like to see. When you solve an equation, we know that what you do to one side, you must do to the other. So on example 1 here, if you have s minus 5 equals 3, the opposite of subtracting 5 is to add 5. And so what I'm going to do then is on both sides of this line, I'm going to add 5. Then I'm going to proceed to add the two sides. So s, of course, is s. Negative 5 plus 5 cancels. So that side just has s. Carry down your equal sign, and then 3 plus 5 is 8. Well, guess what? S equals 8. On example 2, it's almost the same. It says negative 12 plus v equals 20. Sometimes students get confused with negative 12, but it is added to v. So they want to subtract 12 again, but that's not how this works. This is the same thing as v minus 12 equals 20. So if you see a negative 12, it really means like minus 12. So here we would draw the line, and then we would say, oh, what's the opposite of subtracting 12? It's adding 12. So I'm going to add 12 to both sides. And when I add, I get v and cancel the 12s, because negative 12 plus 12 is 0, and then 20 plus 12 is 32. So the answer, v equals 32. On the next problem, we have addition. We have plus 1.8. So we're going to do the opposite of plus. We're going to do minus 1.8 on both sides. You must put it on both sides. Then, when I add those together, we get n, and the 1.8s cancel. Positive and negative cancel. Can't bring down your equals, and then 3 minus 1.8 is 1.2. So n equals 1.2. On the next example, this says 3 times n. It's multiplication. So the opposite of multiplication, I hope we know, is division. So to show the appropriate work, I'd like to see you write that you're dividing by 3. Divide by 3. And when you do 3n divided by 3, you get 1n. And then 9 divided by 3 is 3. Alright, let's move on. Last two examples. This one here says n divided by 7 equals 1. The opposite of division, of course, is multiplication. So I would multiply this side by 7, multiply the other side by 7. Oh. Okay. So this problem here says n divided by 7 equals 1. The opposite of division is multiplication. So in order to solve this problem, I would like to multiply by 7 on both sides of this equation. If I do n divided by 7 and then multiply it by 7, well, the 7s are going to cancel and we have n. 1 times 7, of course, is 7. And you know, you can check all of these. You can actually plug those numbers back in. I can do 7 divided by 7 and check. Does it equal 1? Of course it does. So we know we get the right answer. On the next problem here, we have 2/3 times n equals 4. Yeah, you know, it's multiplication. So I know I could divide by 2/3 on both sides. So divide by 2/3, divide by 2/3. That's going to get me then n over here. And then you might need a calculator. 4 divided by 2/3. Problem is, you need to make sure you enter it correctly in the calculator. If all I type in my calculator is 4 divided by 2 divided by 3, because 2/3 to put in the calculator is divided by 3, it's going to divide the 4 by the 2 first. That is not what we want. We want the 4 divided by the 2/3. So in order to ensure that 4 is divided by the 2/3, we need to make sure the 2/3 is in parentheses. That's the order of operations. So n then is going to equal 6. If we accidentally typed that in wrong, of course we'd have a wrong answer. That's the purpose of checking your work. So if you go over here to do a check, and you do 2/3 times 6, does it equal 4? The answer is yes. This comes out to 4, and this comes out to 4. So we know we have the right answer.